Hi, this is Lisa White, and this is, I think, my fourth Camino de Santiago video. And I decided that the last video I made, I haven't watched it back, but it was probably so bad because I did it with one hand and held the phone in the other that I've put the phone on a tripod, and I'm gonna try it this way. Anyway, I'm doing hopefully short videos about my Camino de Santiago walk that I got home from last night. And this segment, or this particular video, is going to be about stuff that I took that was primarily specific to the Camino that I don't typically take on other trips, most of this stuff anyway. I used a lot of packing cubes. I mentioned that before when I was talking about luggage. I've never traveled with packing cubes before, and I never will now again travel without them, because this trip would have been miserable without these packing cubes. So I have 3 that are this size that I'm going to go through the stuff that's inside them and say whether I used it, whether I was happy that I took it, etc. So I did not take this. I left it in the drawer at home. It's called a spork. I saw in one video that it would be helpful. It has a fork on one end and a spoon on the other, and one edge of the fork is like a serrated edge to cut. This would be for people who like eat along the trail, mostly people who are like carrying all their stuff with them all the time and staying in albergues. I did not travel that way. We stayed in hotels, and so these are kind of heavy. I got metal ones. These stayed home. Rightfully so. I would have never used them. I bought this little pencil case because I thought, you know, I would need to have my pencils inside of something. So I always carry around a red pen, a black pen, a highlighter. I didn't use it. I took it, but I didn't use it. But I think I will use it on other kinds of trips where I'm doing more written type work or whatever, and not all walking. It's a nice case. Most of the stuff I'm going to show you was either purchased on Amazon or at REI. Sunglasses. I would not recommend doing the Camino without them. I took 2 pair. I don't know where the other pair is. Here it is. And I took 2 pair because at the beginning of September, I went to the US Open in New York, tennis tournament, and I lost a pair of glasses. And so I didn't lose my sunglasses because I had a strap on it like this. My other glasses, my regular glasses, I think I took them off on the bus at night and put them on the seat so I could do some work on my phone, and they stayed on the seat and I got off the bus. So I was kind of freaked out about that, so I got new glasses, but I didn't take them on this trip. But I did take 2 pair of sunglasses just in case I lost one. And to make sure I didn't lose one, I put a strap on them. So the entire time, if they weren't on my face, they were hanging around my neck. Never put them on my hat, never put them on my head, never put them down on a table. They were always hanging around my neck. So still have both pair. I mean, everybody has different vision issues, but, you know, I have to use reading glasses sometimes. This little pair. It's not working now. You should be able to press it and it pops open. Did I break it? Oh, there you go. User issues. So they're really creepy looking, and they come like this, and they pull out like this, and they pull out like this, and, you know, you can read. I took them thinking that I might need them, like trying to read a restaurant menu or something, but typically I didn't have them out of my backpack. I ended up never using them because if I had a hard time seeing a menu or something, I'd just shown my camera phone, the flashlight on my phone, and I could see the page better. This is your typical thing that people hang on their backpacks when they walk. It's a scallop shell. And I bought this I bought this on Amazon before I went. It took 3 weeks to get it, so my guess is they shipped it from over there. The shell itself cost $6.95 and I paid $5.95 to have it shipped, so it was $13. And you could buy these all along the Camino for €1 or €2. So, you know, it was an expense, but I had it when I went and I wore it on my pack, and I will always treasure it. My $13 shell. Then, well, it's empty now, but I took a big sack of, like, those are throat lozenges. I took a big sack of cough drops, butterscotch, and mints, and I carried some every day in my backpack and shared with people just as you're walking along, and you just, you know, maybe have a little sweet tooth for something sweet. It was nice to have them, and that's what's left, some cough drops and some throat lozenges. Some people did get really bad colds, so I was lucky. I was happy that I had those to be able to share. I did take masks, and I only wore them in the airport. And I did take COVID tests, and fortunately, I did not need to use them. This is all my medication-related stuff. I actually bought this little case specifically for this trip because it's like kind of a waterproof material, and then, you know, these are my leftover pills. I had some pills in here, and I could have put some other stuff in here. I didn't. And I have my pills. This is also medication-related stuff. I took some antibiotics with me just in case. And finally, in that packing cube, well, there's 2 more things. This had medication in it before, which is gone. It's empty. And I took this little coin purse, and I had some money and stuff in here. I wore no jewelry. Well, let me rephrase that. I wore earrings because I didn't want my pierced ears holes to close. So I took 1 extra set of earrings just in case I lost an earring. So I had an extra set of earrings, not real, completely fake, probably $100 worth of earrings, and not more. And then when I had been practicing walking, I ran my watch battery out a couple times, so I took an extra Apple Watch face with me. So just so, not the band, but just the face, so that if I needed to, I could change out my watch face. So that's what was in that packing cube. Oh, and then my electronics. You know, I had this little plug that I could have used, and for whatever reason, I bought this bigger plug thinking I needed multiple things. You know, a 2-prong, a 3-prong, and then 2 USB-C and a USB-A port. Didn't use any of it, but I did use this plug. It's sturdy, but I could have gotten by with this one. So, and then these are just my other electronic cords that I took with me for my stuff. So that's that backpack. Okay, that was 8 minutes, so hopefully this will go faster. Second one, not backpack, sorry. Packing cube. I took towels. These are quick dry towels. They're very soft. This is actually a tennis towel. And this is, I think, a golf towel, the color of a tennis ball. Anyway, I hung them from my backpack on a carabiner. And when we were walking in Houston, I used towels like all the time because it was hot and humid. It was not as hot and humid there, but I did use the towels. So 1 would have been enough, but I took 2. I'm going to talk about this filter when I talk about my other thing where I talk about the hydration reservoir. I'm going to talk about the toilet paper when I talk about going to the bathroom on the Camino. That's going to be a separate one. I'm going to talk about this separately too when I talk about going to the bathroom, because it's about doing laundry. Put that over there. This is just some extra hand sanitizer. I didn't use it. Had it. Took a bunch of extra Ziploc bags, held it together with these little, my hair's so thin, I don't need more than these little rubber bands. So I just held all these bags together, and I would use them, add to this, whatever. Good to have extra Ziplocs. And then finally, this, you know, I used everything in here at least once. No, I take that back, everything but this. So this was a headband. One day we were on a bus for a while and it was freezing on the bus, freezing. So I put this headband on underneath my hat, and I wore these gloves on my hands because I was so cold. It's the only time I use these two things. And then these are arm sleeves. They're either sun protective or for the cold. I never use them because when I do the thing on clothing, when I do the video on clothing, you'll see I always wear long sleeve shirts. Didn't use them. Finally, I have this. It's a buff, B-U-F-F, buff, which I bought at REI. I used it every day. It goes down around your neck, and it would be cool in the morning, like in the high 50s when we'd start walking and I would be cold. So I would put the buffer on my neck, and then it would keep my neck warm, and then when it got hotter, I would take the buff off. And then we had one day where it rained pretty much all day, and I could just wear the buff like this underneath my hat and keep my head warm and my hair dry. So, okay, 11 minutes. Gotta hurry up. So, lastly, last few. I took a pashmina, navy blue pashmina that matched the sweatshirt I had. I wore it at least once. It's a little heavy, and the buff was more practical, so didn't need it to really take it. Now, last of all, first aid kits. Let me see, maybe I'll do this in a different video. Yeah, I'm gonna stop this video now because it's gonna get too long, but that's some of the Camino-specific stuff I took, and my next video is going to be about first aid kits, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.